Common to mankind is ignorance of the unknown. That which defines from here to there is the timeless question of all ages. This inquiry will briefly examine the absolute nature of light from here to everywhere. The maximum and minimum of a thing defines the quantum of its existence. Limitless, light struggles to reach out by returning back. This is a dualistic paradox of the universe in which we live. In times of struggle, all search for clarity of thought. And for science to initiate technological advances, a consensus of fundamental truth must be achieved. Without truth as the foundation, all we can do is wait for entropy to consume us, absent of the brilliance of knowing. Absolute truth is independent of the confines or limitations that linear time imposes on how we exist. It is God that holds the heavens above all that we are. To see and find truth mingles in the midst of eternity. There is a physical nature to light which has been well studied in all the institutions of higher thought. Spatial considerations affect how light emancipates upon its surrounding relative encounters. As we travel around the sun at 66,000 miles per hour, our galactic rotation is even a bit quite faster, in the order of 500,000 or 500,000 miles per hour. Ever-increasing distances expose increasing expansion speeds approaching the speed of light as we gaze outward. The absolute nature of light hinges on both above and below its inherent value. Light tends to touch all in its creation's wake. The speed of light is a physical condition of time. Many see light as the brightness of visible color upon the human retina. This is only a small part of the entire intensity of light as expressed in the gravitational electromagnetic. Light reaches out at various relative speeds in relation to the surrounding mediums involved. While light's maximum finite measurable speed, unimpeded in a vacuum, is a fixed standard, subjects of density, mass, and relative velocity and/or acceleration are intricately connected to light concerning apparent speed. Occurrences of all kinds permeate upon the vacuum ahead. Notice here that the frequencies and wavelengths in the electromagnetic have a universal reversal of large to small. The dualistic paradox applies. The higher the frequency, the shorter the wavelength. Conversely, the shorter the frequency, the longer the wavelength. Light searches for rest at both ends of the numerical scale. What defeats our proper understanding of light comes in how we define baseline. Zero is an agreed upon imaginary construct, and in truth, one does not pass through zero, as in climbing the ladder of the universe. A more accurate model would have just either two or a fourth axis, where negative infinity would replace zero's position for the truth in which we are. A definitively clear model has yet to be examined, whereby applications can be developed, employing the simple truth of truth. The hindrance of intellectual posturing only delays those things which are greater from what is. Simple truth lies at the heart of all. More extensive studies in light's parabolic to hyperbolic nature begins to reveal the truth of all mass, as forms traverse in the energies of now. History shows truth in the mind of man as fluid, sometimes sure, while at other times unsure of knowing. Intellectual insecurity has never left us. Contemporary science now has the universe with no knowable center and numerous fantastical fantasies. Discovering the spatial nature of light involves defining what and where we are. Would light have no center? How we exist is crucial to understanding why we are. These are most pertinent locational facts, and they remain elusive as we search outward. The fact of the matter is that all points center. This would also include a restructuring of current dimension theories that currently diverge from the truth and actually divide and or dissect reality beyond view or reason. These are the string theories of multi-dimensions that fabricate theories that go beyond sensibility. It is a single universe that we live in, and this single universe is natural to all. The spatial confines of light and time is crucial to our understanding, and especially in developing those things that are required at the fundamental level in science and technology. Absolute light is independent of time, and though unobservable, it is the quantum foundation of all. It is what pushes and pulls on everything. Consider, redshift here stares us in the face, witnessing an expanding universe approaching the speed of light. This observation is arbitrary and true for all directions outward. In fact, the speed of light is the minimum speed, and by it, the present falls into the future. It is exactly how absolute time works. The speed of light is the speed of time itself. Now, as I believe space expands at twice the speed of light, maintaining this finite observation of the speed of light, we live in a 2C spatial envelope that contains all. This is found in the above black box visual topological examples explaining all finite positions infinitely. And so discovered herein is by which absolute light is. Mountains from the past have built plateaus where genius rises. I believe the universe is one Wavicle, and I introduce the term blackion to better able our understanding as research continues. Theory has light halt at the event horizon of a black hole where gravity matches light's outward speed by an inward pull. As we look for the absolute truth, we must both view outward and inward conditions simultaneously. To incorporate the quantum foundation into our technological efforts, those equations best able to expose these truths of nature are essential. These topological equations, which have been elusive, can be deduced by the effects absolute light produces across all points and locations in the realm of time. Some may defy current common sense and contemporary thought, but status quo has never defined revolution. Brilliance will forever outshine all that remains dark. May the light of truth guide us and illuminate all who thirst to know more. There is much more than this brief discourse can deliver. Theories abound, yet dreams reduce to nothing where action has no standing. It is purpose of ideals that define one civilization from the next, past or present. It would be negligent for us to abandon our excellence to arrogance in ignorance, where no one is served, and the freedom for the whole is lost. We may befall to the disharmony, denying the unity so many throughout time have longed for. It is our resolve that defines our present direction. This, in truth, is the nursery of our children's future, and in it may God bless us all and more.